Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chaveli Sanctuary. If you are new here, I am Chaveli, and on this channel, we talk about all things fashion from runaway shows and design to fashion commentary and reviews. Today we are diving into Project Runaway season 22, episode 1, title 22 for season 22. Project Runaway is finally back, and I have a lot of thoughts already. And first of all, I am so happy to see Heidi Klum. She looks stunning back as the host. She looked absolutely divine. We also have Christian Siriano returning as the mentor, and one familiar face from a previous season is back to compete. Joseph McCrae.
I'm so sorry, Joseph. So that means you're out.
Daddy. Had I not been voted off by the other designers, I definitely would have been in the finale. I'm ready to show y'all what I got. Oh, it's a lot of y'all. Oh my gosh, Joseph McCrae, pillow maker and wearer.
Now that we have 20. What? Why are you back, by the way? No shade. Now, before we get into the challenge, I want to mention something that has stayed with me from Joseph. Joseph, first time on the show. One of the criticism he received was that he had too much of a signature aesthetic. And honestly, that has always confused me. Isn't having a recognizable point of view, part of being a successful fashion designer? When I think of Dior, I immediately think of its iconic femininity and floral inspirations. And when I think of Chanel, tweed instantly comes to mind, right? Many of the world's greatest designers are known for having a signature style. So I am interested to see how Joseph approaches the competition this time around, since it has always been an issue. Now let's talk about this premiere. The first challenge is called Your Best Look, and the designers have just one day to create a look. I mean, not to create a look, they already got the look, but they have to modify it so it represents who they are as designers. And according to Heidi, this is the biggest runaway in Project Runaway history. I'm still finding out how. Here's where I already have my first criticism of the season. The show starts with 22 designers for season 22, which sounds exciting, right? But then immediately announces that 6 designers will be eliminated after the very first challenge, while only 6 designers earn immunity for the next challenge. Isn't that something, huh? Isn't that something? Personally, I don't understand that decision. If you are promoting this as the biggest season ever, why eliminate 6 contestants on day one? It makes me wonder, why cast so many talented designers if a large group is guaranteed to leave immediately? It still doesn't make sense to me. For me, one of the best parts of Project Runaway is getting to know each designer, their background, their design philosophy, and how they grow throughout the competition. So eliminating six people in the premiere doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't give viewers enough time to connect with them or see what they are truly capable of. One challenge, especially under 1 day limit, I mean, 1 day time limit doesn't always reflect a designer's full potential. Some designers improve as the competition goes on, and I think that's part of what makes Project Runaway unique, so compelling, and of course, every competition needs eliminations. I understand that, but cutting six contestants in the very first episode felt more like a dramatic twist than a chance to celebrate the incredible talent that was cast this season. And but that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section what you thought, obviously, about this premiere twist. Did you like it, or do you think the show eliminate too many designers too soon? Now, let's get into the episode and talk about the designs, which is my favorite part. All right, before we get into the runaway, a few things stood out to me, and it really stood out to me right away. Bobby and Plain Jane immediately caught my attention, obviously because of drama, and I love drama. They both have strong personalities and weren't afraid to critique the other designers. That added a lot of drama to the workroom. Not a lot of drama, a little bit, a little bit. B also stood out to me during Christian Siriano's walkthrough. Her oversized coat over the faded floral dress had potential for sure, but I agreed with Christian that the dress felt outdated and made the look seem older. Like she looked like Petit Chaperon Rouge, and I just wanted the cape. One comment that really stood out to me came from Plain Jane. Plain Jane, who suggested that having a fashion design degree makes someone more legitimate. I mean, he called himself more legitimate. I don't agree with that. Formal education can help, but talent, creativity, and experience matter just as much. And Dior, Chanel, all these people, they proved that to us. They didn't have a fashion degree. I have a mixed feeling about Christian Siriano's mentoring style. He gives useful criticism, but sometimes his feedback feels a little unclear and a little bit shaky.
Right? What's going on over here?
Yes, you're experiencing my specialty, layer on layer.
Layer and layer.
So like this spacer mesh. Wait. You see it. You see it.
Uh-huh.
So using the sleeves, a little spiraling, but I did it. So simplified quite a bit.
Simplified. Yeah. I think it looks chic.
Yeah, no, I think when it's on and how much more open.
Finally, Nina Garcia's comment really stuck with me when she said that she wants to see what fashion looks like in the future. That tells me the judges are looking for more than pretty clothes, they want innovation. Now, before we get into this, how do y'all want innovation if y'all giving this contestant 1 day challenge, or it could be an hour? Don't they do an hour? I believe so. So it's just like, how can they bring innovation within an hour or a day? and we wonder why they come out so ugly. Okay, okay. All right, let's get into these reviews. The Ukrainian designer, one of my favorites. I forget his name. Quick correction, I realized I kept referring to Andrei Volkov as the Ukrainian designer throughout this video. That wasn't intentional, I just kept saying it out of habit. So my apologies, Andrei. You had one of my favorite looks of the episode, and I'll definitely be using your name going forward. The embellishment of the dress looked chic and expensive. I loved it. I love the butterfly like cut out in the back, and the construction was beautiful as well. I remember putting that on my notes. Second, we have Bobby. The color looked amazing on the model skin. The garment was well made, and I would have skipped the headpiece. It made the look feel a little too costume like. And who else? B. B, the colors suited the model, but the design felt too busy. It reminded me of pink tissue paper and lacked balance. Mm-mm. And fourth, we had Yang Yang. Great color palette, but I wasn't sold on the fabric. It gave me an avant-garde, crow inspired vibe, which was interesting. Heidi Klum said it looks like a bat, but not my favorite anyway. Joseph McCray, we already expected. I love the bold colors and patterns. It felt very African inspired, and I think this aesthetic would have a strong audience in places that embrace vibrant prints, especially in Africa or Lagos. Chloe, simple, modern, and well made. I really loved it. I like the sheer details, even though the fabric wasn't my favorite. Who else? Andrea, too many layers. I couldn't figure out who the target customer was or where someone would realistically wear it. And eight, Nahum. I like the denim, but the fit was too tight. It was well made, but it didn't feel innovative compared to other streetwear brands. Nine Ray. The fabric looked luxurious, but the pants were too baggy. I wanted to see more originality since the embroidered fabric was already doing a lot of the work. Side note, I could actually see Joseph and Ray collaborating one day. They both seem to love bold, voluminous silhouettes. Yeah. And next we have Robbie. Even after removing the puffed shoulders, the design still didn't work for me. No justice. The cuts felt awkward, and I didn't understand the story behind it. That was a question mark. Octavius, the sorry, caught my attention from far away. It reminded me of the COVID-19, no shade, illustration, but up close, it was floral. It looked like a mix between a suit and a kimono. Interesting. Aaron, one of my favorites, he had a sporty feel, and I could picture Serena and Venus Williams wear it. The jacket was the standout piece, and Laurel caught it also. Next, we have Jeffrey. Very theatrical. The dress reminded me of a chandelier. It's not everyday fashion for sure, but it definitely worked as wearable art. Next, we have Plain Jane. Laura was right. It looked designed for a drag performance and great for the stage, but I don't see it as ready to wear as it claimed to be. How can you be ready to wear? And that's what you did. Jennifer, the dress felt like prom, while the cape gave Tudor princess vibes. Two interesting ideas that didn't fully come together. And Nina Garcia said she saw it already. It's something she saw before. And Miss USA R. Bonnie, mm, the boots didn't work for me. The fit looked too tight and there's a lack of originality. But her dress from before looked great. Elizabeth, I like the movement, I like the color. The overall design felt a little crafty. I would have removed the strip across the back for a cleaner finish. And Laura also caught it. So we have me and the judge we agreed on a lot of things. So let's move on to my top six and my bottom six, and we're gonna compare it to the judges' top six and bottom six. Before the judges announced their decisions, these were my top six. Chloe, Jude, Brian, the Ukrainian guy, I keep forgetting his name, B, and Elizabeth. Overall, I was looking for strong construction, originality, and designs that actually represented the designer's point of view. And as for my bottom six, I chose Andrea, Bennett, Jennifer, Robbie, Jane, and Ray. These were the looks that either lacked a clear vision, felt unfinished, or simply didn't stand out enough for me. Now, let's compare that to the judges' decisions. So they had the judges' top six were Elizabeth, Jude, Chloe, Brian, Bobby, and the Ukrainian guy. I forgot. Honestly, I agreed with most of their choices. The only difference is I had B in my top six instead of Bobby. For the bottom six, they had Jennifer, who's already eliminated, Andrea eliminated, Lloyd, the artist eliminated, Plain Jane, Miss Universe, and Robbie. Again, we were pretty close. The only difference is that I had Bennett in the bottom instead of our Bonnie. Overall, I think the judges and I saw this runaway pretty similar, which doesn't always happen on Project on Runway. So anyway, to me, Bennett has the most outdated dress. It looked like, I don't know, she was running from one of these old time, like the Tudors time, and she appeared to be in 2026. I don't know. I'm trying to understand. Let me see what did I put on my note for Bennett. For Bennett, I said I don't know what she had in mind. It's New York City. We are in 2026. Who does she wear? Who does she expect would wear this? And if it's broader, is it Broadway show for a character or costume designer? Other than that, I believe that the goal is to have a brand where you have a loyal client who love your designs and constantly buy your products. Make a living out of it because this is the purpose of fashion. You want to make a living out of it. People buy everyday look more than custom. So what's interesting, she labeled herself as ready to wear. Ready to wear is something that you buy from Zara or Macy's that carries a lot of brand. This is not ready to wear. I think she's confused. That's what I put on my notes. So she's at the bottom for me. They should have put her at the bottom. I don't know why they kept her. Makes no sense. We'll see what they say on Friday, though. We'll see. Still makes no sense, though. One more thing, we'll have to wait until this Friday to find out which designers the judges decide to keep. Um, Personally, I think our Bonnie or Plain Jane has the strongest chance of staying. Um, they both bring something different, hmm, somewhat, to the competition, but Project Runaway always surprises us, so anything can happen. One day you in, one day you out. This is the quote of Heidi Klum. Overall, this was an interesting start to season 22. I'm excited to see how these designers grow, what they create next, and whether my predictions will be right. I'm excited to see. But I want to hear from you. Who do you think should stay? Did you agree with the judges' decisions? And what was your favorite look from episode 1? Let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this fashion breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, come back for my next Project Runaway review. And thank you again so much for watching. And I'll see you the next.
Jane. So, what were your thoughts about this look?
So this is a look that I actually wore on Drag Race. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Not my thoughts.
That's okay.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
Go ahead. So sorry. So embarrassing.
That's good.
When we came out, we didn't see fashion. We saw a spiky cooch.
Okay.
I wish I was on another show because I would make you lip sync for your life.
Oh my gosh. But listen, I would kill that lip sync.
Well, I wish you had killed the look, but you didn't.
I think was being a hater, so whatever.
How is it
Hey,
being
Robbie,
a
it's
hater?
your-
She's Laurel Roach. Girl,
I
go sit
really
somewhere.
did not love your choice.